Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. We're going to talk today about Twitter and some buzz that is hitting the news right now. And I'm going to explain to you why it's happening, how the media tries to inundate you with their fake news. We're going to go over some headlines and what is going on with Elon Musk and Twitter right now. Okay, so let me share the screen and I'm going to start with the stories and then I'm going to end with the real serious story that's happening right now. And if I could find it, here we go. All right. This is going to be just first, we're going to go over just news headlines that are hitting the news right now. NPR quits Twitter after being falsely labeled as state affiliated media. We're going to dive into that in a second. Elon Musk says that he has cut about 80% of Twitter staff. Now, that's actually old news, but you'll notice here CNN just came out with it 2 hours ago, right? 30 minutes ago, Jordan subpoenas FTC chair over probe into Musk's Twitter takeover. Now, that is actually something very valid. I'm going to get into that in a second, right? Um, uh, talking about uh, revealing. I don't even get into that. Twitter. Musk says Twitter is roughly breaking even and has 1,500 employees. Right. So we've been talking about lots of massive job cuts around the country, but right now it's interesting. Look at all these stories. 8 hours ago, 6 hours ago, one day ago. This is what it's all about right here. Okay. So let me dive in a little bit into some of these stories, and then I'm going to share with you why they're really trying to literally push all this information out about Twitter right now to hide the truth of what's going on. So right here, out of the BBC, this is out of CNN. Elon Musk says he's cut about 80% of Twitter's staff. Says right here, Elon Musk has laid off more than 6,000 people at Twitter since taking over the company. He told the BBC in a rare interview late Tuesday. Musk was quoted as saying in the interview that the social media platform now has only 1,500 employees, down from under 8,000 who were employed at the time of his acquisition. The reduction equates to roughly 80% of the company's staff. Now, what's ironic about all of this, he laid off 80% of the staff, and now Twitter is literally running more efficiently than when it had 80%. We've seen stories of the abuse of money that was going on. But you have to understand, and this is leading into this last story and what is so importantly being hidden from you, that these extra 80% of employees were being groomed, literally molded to become mindless robots to help to suppress information. Okay. People need to understand how serious this is. Now let's dive into the next story. Uh, I hate the way that Zoom does their little drop down boxes when you're sharing a screen. It literally covers up the tabs that you want to share. But what people need to understand is that this is a way, or was a way, for Jack Dorsey and his team at Twitter to literally mold your mind in getting infiltrated with all of these news stories all at once. So let's do this. Let's go back here. And again, these stories right now are all coming out one day ago, 6 hours ago, 8 hours ago, 8 hours ago. Musk claims Twitter headquarter owner won't let him open homeless shelter, right? They're trying everything to get you off of the real deal here. Musk says, this is Bloomberg 1 hour ago, Twitter advertisers have returned, attacks BBC in rambling interview. That interview is very interesting because he calls out the interviewer for lying, for literally straight up lying and trying to shift that narrative. And that is what people need to understand. Here, let me do this. Let me stop sharing real quick. I can't stand the way that Zoom does this. I have no idea because it's hard for me to dive into these different topics. Let's do this. All right. It's not going to let me do it. Here we go. All right. Check this out. This is the most important thing I want people to understand. All of this stuff, NPR to stop using Twitter and all this kind of stuff. This means nothing. This is what the most important part of this entire interview is, or what I'm talking to you is. Twitter's open source code reveals the U.S. government can intervene with recommendation algorithm. This is what is so very vital and what the government is trying to hide, and the media is helping the government to try and hide right now. Now, this came out a couple of weeks ago, but what is happening right now is the revelation of the ability for the government to be able to influence the algorithm of Twitter to be able to push its agenda on you. You see, there is so much information suppression that is going on right now, and you need to understand how serious it is. Let me go down to, I can't even figure it out right now. Check this out. Open source code. Watch this. We're going to do a quick Google search. Type this in. Here we go. This is when Elon Musk stated a month ago he will soon reveal the inner workings of Twitter's recommendation algorithm. And that was his way of warning you and letting you know that this information was going to come out. It says right here Elon Musk has been talking about it for months now. It may now finally happen. The owner of Twitter plans to make the platform's recommendation algorithm open source as soon as next week, the entrepreneur wrote Tuesday. Now, what has happened is he has now since showed you that the government has a way of literally influencing the algorithm to push the news they want you to see and not the news that they do not want you to see. They do not want the truth revealed. So the media right now is working overtime to plaster all kinds of news, and they're actually diving into older news in the back, putting it back up into the forefront to try and hide your ability to be able to see the truth. And the truth is that right now it is being revealed that the government can actually influence the algorithm that shares the news. Trending is not really truly trending. You see, right now, there is a war for your mind, for your knowledge, the information that you can obtain. And right now, what they want to do is big companies want to push transgender people all in your face. They want to say this is normal. It's normal for children to be able to choose to be mutilated. It's totally normal for this heinous, horrible stuff to be shown to you on TV. We were on an airplane the other day, and my wife said, "Isn't it insane that you could watch that there are selections that anyone can choose? These children are watching the airplane thing, and there are horrible, horrible movies that are showing graphic things that they should not be allowed to watch, but they just can. And that people on airplanes, we're noticing, are watching heinous, horrible things that anyone could see. Just a little child can peek over and look at what's being played next to them. Horrible, horrible stuff. But the media is trying to show you that that is okay because they're trying to desensitize you. So the truth is behind what's going on with all of the news and Twitter and why it's trending is they don't want you to understand or know that the government had the ability all for so many years to affect an election, to affect your thinking, and to affect eventually your decision making ability. This is scary. These are scary times. If you agree and understand how serious this is, please share this video, hit the thumbs up. But it's very, very serious. I hope you guys have a great day. The Economic Ninja is out.